Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Soren Review. And today we're going to be discussing the NASCAR playoff race at Las Vegas, the opener to the round of eight. And let me just start off by saying, what a solid race. Listen, and this is the opinion of everyone in the NASCAR community. Since Daytona, and Daytona included, NASCAR has had a lot of controversy, has had a lot of things happen, and has had a lot of just problems, issues that have really become prevalent. And so, other than like maybe Talladega and Kansas, this race has been this we needed a race that kind of showed a more calmer side, right? Like Talladega, just this straightforward, you know, si- uh, problem-free race, and we didn't have a problem-free race today. And that's actually a big issue that I think that we need to talk about. We'll definitely talk about because I think it's the main thing. It's what the thumbnail and the title of this video is about. Um, but other than that, with that said, the race was overall pretty good. So here are your results now. There's your top 10 and stuff. Joey Logano gets his first win of the season at Las Vegas, his third win of the season, first win during the playoffs, and advances himself to the round of eight. However, for Logano to get to the front, it took a lot of battling and lead changes. So let's talk about the race itself. The race itself was very, very eventful. Stage one was probably the least eventful, normally is. Reddick and Cindric were up front. Um, and then through pit stops, it was Bubba Wallace, Joey Logano, and Daniel Suarez who cycled up to the front. Bubba Wallace would win stage two, and the only caution came out with about 4:3 to go left in the stage. Kyle Busch got loose. He spins out and brings out the caution. Doesn't hit anything, though. He actually comes back to finish third. We'll talk about that. But in the second stage, this is where the main event, I think, the main I guess like wreck happened. Suarez and Chastain take the lead, and early in the stage, Larson is battling with Bubba Wallace and Kevin Harvick further back, and Kyle Larson gets tight on the bottom off the exit of turn four and puts Bubba Wallace into the wall. Bubba Wallace decides to steer left and cuts down on Kyle Larson and just cleans him out. Puts Bubba and Larson in the wall. Also collects playoff driver Christopher Bell, and and then you think that's it. Bubba Wallace gets out of the car. He's angry. He walks up to Kyle Larson and attempts to fight Larson, pushes him, give him some fights and stuff. Kyle Larson, no pretty calm person himself, doesn't, most of the time at least, backs off, doesn't try to kind of pushes Bubba just to get him away. um so that's where this main event happened, main issue, I guess, this issue of retaliation, what NASCAR is going to tolerate and what is too far. And I think a lot of people in the NASCAR community feel that that was too far. And I think I'm going to say the idea that a lot, if not all, NASCAR fans think it doesn't matter. There's a couple people in the community that are saying, "Oh, it's because it's Bubba Wallace. Oh, it's because it's him." Right? They're villainizing Bubba Wallace after this. And I don't think they should do that. But with that said, what Bubba Wallace did is uncalled for, right? It doesn't matter if it's Bubba Wallace. It doesn't matter if it's Joey Logano. It doesn't matter if it's Chase Elliott. It doesn't matter if it's Daniel Suarez. It doesn't matter if it's BJ McLeod in a backmarker cart 8 laps down, or the race leader. It doesn't matter who's doing it. What spinning someone out during green on the front stretch at Las Vegas is just wrong. And I get Bubba Wallace is upset. He had every right to be upset. He got put in the wall, damaged his car. Um, but the way to handle that is not to go and spin the car who put you into the wall on the front straightaway at Las Vegas, because not only does it end your day, it ends the guy who put you into the wall's day, and it also ends other cars' day. And for Christopher Bell, who was in a great position, I think, today to be good in the points and have a chance in the round of eight, now needs to go and win at either Homestead or Martinsville if he wants a chance to fight for the championship because of your shenanigans. in retaliation. And so I'd hope that NASCAR takes a penalty and applies it to the situation, because I think if they let me put it to you this way, they penalized William Byron for spinning Denny Hamlin out. They penalized Byron for spinning Hamlin out. And that was a 25-point penalty. And Hamlin just spun in the grass, not spinning Larson and taking himself out. So I hope Bubba Wallace, I hope NASCAR gives Bubba Wallace a penalty, because I think no matter what driver it is, what Bubba Wallace did is uncalled for and needs to be action taken of. Should he be suspended? I know there's a lot of people that feel Bubba Wallace should be suspended, referencing Kyle Busch and the Hornaday incident years ago. I'm not sure. I think that's something for debate. I don't. If it was, I think only maybe a race or so. Remember, Bubba Wallace and that 45 are still trying to get up into the owner's title, and have a good finish there. So I think only one race would be appropriate. But with that said, um, just it's just an incident that I hope NASCAR takes the right measures for, and just I never like to see that happen in any races like that. With that said, we restarted. Ricky Stenhouse spun out. Trackhouse took the lead until Blaney was able to run down, I believe, Chastain. Ryan Blaney wins the second stage. Third stage was also very eventful. Joey Logano and Ryan Blaney, those two Team Penske cars were very fast today. Logano took the lead over Blaney. JJ Yaley spun out and brought a caution. Had some tire issues, not nearly as bad as maybe Kansas or what are the races? Kansas or Bristol or any of those races, right? But we did have some tire issues. Chastain took the lead on a restart. Austin Cindric had a tire issue and hit the wall after running in the top 10. We did get no caution. However, about 10 laps later or so, Blaney has a tire go down and hits the inside wall on the back straightaway, ultimately ending any chance for Blaney to have a good run. Puts him pretty far back in the points. So two Penske cars, two Fords having tire issues. Cindric would end up finishing 29th and Ryan Blaney 28th. So not good runs for those drivers. We restarted. Justin Haley stayed out and took the lead. Actually, I forgot to mention, under the caution for Blaney, Kyle Busch actually had a tire come off. The left front tire came off, and they had to come back and fix that. Actually, we probably will get a suspension for Kyle Busch's crew chief, despite Kyle Busch coming back and finishing third. Justin Haley stays out. Chase Briscoe moves to second. Daniel Suarez spins out after battling with Reddick. He got loose. Suarez spins out. Caution comes out. We restart again. Harvick makes it 3 wide and moves a ton of people back. Chase Briscoe is able to take the lead from Haley, but the caution comes out soon after again. Landon Castle, a toe link goes through the radiator and ends his day. I believe Ty Dillon also had a mechanical problem around this time. We restarted and Ross Chastain takes the lead. But charging Logano is able to take the lead with about 3 or 4 to go. Logano gets away and he is able to win the race. Ross Chastain finishes second, though probably would have finished third had it not been for putting Kyle Busch in the last corner into the wall. Nothing really associates that, but man, Chastain and those Toyotas, man, just not, he is not making friends. Let me put it this way: if Ross Chastain ever leaves Trackhouse Racing, it probably won't be a Toyota ride he goes to. But Joey Logano gets a win. He locks himself into the playoffs, and the points situation. Right here. I want to thank NASCAR Top 10 on Twitter for these points. Joey Logano advances, Chastain and Elliott plus 18 and plus 17 respectively. Denny Hamlin and William Byron separated by only 6 points, as Chase Briscoe's minus 9, Blaney's minus 11. They should be fine, I think, if they can point their way in. We'll see how it goes at Homestead next week. Christopher Bell minus 23. Unless he has runs second all day and doesn't win at Homestead, he's most likely going to need to win at Homestead or Martinsville. So what a race. What a race. I think this was a solid race, personally. I'm very excited on how it went. Um, we'll see how it goes at Homestead. I'm excited. We'll see how it goes with tires, and Homestead's a very interesting track. This 1.5 mile package has been very good, and I'm just glad we had a pretty straightforward race. Nothing bad with NASCAR officiating yet. We'll see what NASCAR decides on the Bubba Wallace situation. Will they give him a penalty or not? But that's going to do it for this video. Remember, you can use code Soren72 at checkout at Circle B Diecast. You can get $5 off shipping on all orders $30 or more. Follow me on Twitter if you want at Review Soren. Thank you so much for watching, everyone, and goodbye.